Hello and welcome to a cover story briefing. Soon after the attack in Pahalgam, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had announced that India will give a crushing reply. He said not only the terrorists but also their backers and their funders and sponsors would be targeted. Well, on the early morning of 7th May, precisely between 1:05 to 1:30 a.m., India launched its reply. As many as 9 sites were targeted, some in Pakistan, some across Pakistan occupied Kashmir. These sites, and here I must emphasize, were non-military in nature, they were also non-civilian. What was targeted was terrorist infrastructure. It was from these sites that terrorist outfits like Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed planned, executed and delivered attacks against India, whether it was the Pahalgam attack, the 2008 Mumbai attack or even the attack in Pathankot. In fact, one of the sites that was targeted last night, Muridke, which is near Sialkot, is from where David Headley and Ajmal Kasab got their training again for the Mumbai attack. India had reserved its right to respond after the Pahalgam attack. The response was non-escalatory in nature, but as we are told, the Indian army the Indian military is all geared up, and if Pakistan wants to take this up a notch further, then we are also prepared to respond. We were told about the operation. It is called Operation Sindoor. We were told about this through a press release just around 2 a.m. at night. But later on in the day, a briefing was held by Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri. And interestingly, the army side of the briefing was done by an Indian Army Colonel, Colonel Sofia Qureshi. That it was a woman who did the briefing, and that to a Muslim woman has its own messaging. Because the attack, as you recall, targeted men, many women were widowed during this attack, and also tourists of a certain religion were targeted, which is why the Prime Minister, when he labeled this attack, he gave it the name Operation Sindoor. That itself, as I said, gives its own messaging. The Prime Minister, as I told you, was very informed. He was informed, briefed throughout the night by the 3 service chiefs as well as by the NSA, Ajit Doval. About the attack, what was used in the attack were Rafale jets, Hammer surface-to-air bombs, and even the Scalp long-range cruise missiles. This enabled India, we are told, sources told us that India did not cross the LOC, but the missiles were delivered by the Rafale across the border. This is unlike what happened in Balakot when outdated Mirages were used. The Foreign Secretary also told us about the timing of the Pahalgam attack. He cautioned that this is exactly what Pakistan wants. He does not want to see peace and normalcy returning to the valley. As many as 23 million tourists were there in the valley last year. He's saying what terrorists want is actually to destabilize the valley and get them engaged in cross-border terrorism instead of seeing the economy flourish. Before this India's response, we were told that India wants to continue with the Amarnath Yatra. Let's see what happens with that, because that is 2 months away. But in the meantime, we are going to be watching this space, watching to see how Pakistan responds. And of course, as I said, India is well prepared to take on any kind of response. However, one thing I do want to add, which there has been a lot of murmuring that soon after the briefing, no questions were taken. This is an attack that is not just fought on land, on air, but also in the social media. Pakistan is known for its fake propaganda and for sending out fake social media messages. For instance, even today it is saying that it has drowned 3 Indian jets. So these are messages, or that civilians have been targeted. These are messages that India needs to counter through its official establishment, and actually any kind of fake narratives being spread. But that is something we hope that the Indian side would actually be more careful, wary of, and more nimble in countering, because the Pakistan side, when you don't have facts, you go in for fake fiction. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to end this. Watch out for more cover story briefings. But let's end on a note of pride, for Operation Sindoor has been carried out in great stealth, great precision and great execution.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.